It's been a few days now since UFC 298 took place, and I just wanted to talk about what really happened again in that main event, because Ilia Topuria beat Alexander Volkanovski, and now since then Alexander Volkanovski has been saying that he's interested in the rematch, and I just kind of wanted to go out there and say, as sad as it is, I just don't think Alexander Volkanovski should take the rematch. Now, this is not a question of whether or not Alexander Volkanovski deserves the rematch, because I know right now I feel like a lot of people are just really, really tired of seeing people get instant rematches as the champion over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, Volkanovski was the champion for a very long time, and he defended the belt many, many times. But I do just feel like right now, I think Volkanovski, I think he's slowing down a little bit, and I do want to say this before I really do start talking about Ilia Topuria and what I think could be next for him. I do believe that Alexander Volkanovski is more skilled than Ilia Topuria. I feel like that even showed in the matchup against Ilia Topuria as well, because it looked like Alexander Volkanovski was, especially in that second round, just kind of starting to pick up a little bit and was starting to get the better of Ilia Topuria, and I just thought that he looked in general like the much more technical fighter, because if you watch that fight and if you watch a lot of Ilia Topuria's fights, he just throws bombs, man, and he misses a lot of shots. He was throwing bombs and he was missing a lot of shots against Volkanovski, even in the finishing sequence, which knocked out Alexander Volkanovski on slow motion. It doesn't really look super impressive. I mean, the KO itself is unreal. He knocked him out cold, but he missed like 3 hooks before he actually landed the KO blow. And that's just kind of Ilia Topuria's striking style. I have said this before, and I do believe this. I think Topuria is actually a better grappler than he is a striker, which makes it so impressive that he was able to defeat Volkanovski in this way. But if they were to rematch, I'm going to say it right now, I would pick Ilia Topuria to win the rematch, especially if it was in Spain. I did pick Volkanovski to win the first fight. I will put that out there. I just picked it because I thought he was the more skillful fighter. I even feel like, although the fight did end by KO in the second round in favor of Ilia, I feel like my breakdown in itself wasn't like entirely wrong, just because I like Volkanovski did look like the more skillful guy, but I don't think he wins a rematch. He's not getting any younger. He's only getting older now. He's been KO'd 2 times in a row now, and twice in about 3 months. Took a decent amount of damage against Makhachev in 2023, about a year ago now. Got KO'd badly by Makhachev. And he got KO'd badly by Ilia Topuria at the start of this year. You know, that's like 2 KO losses in the span of about 3.5 months or so. And now he wants a rematch against the same guy. And I'm like, oh, I just don't think he's got it anymore, man. I just don't think Volkanovski can beat Ilia Topuria. I think that he could probably beat most of the featherweight roster, but Ilia Topuria is kind of proving to be one of the hardest hitters in this weight class, and he's just an absolute savage. And he comes forward. I think he gets Volk, man. I think it's time, man. I think it's the time for everyone. You know, the time always comes. The time came for Gegard Mousasi when he took on Johnny Eblen. The time has come, I guess, for Henry Cejudo. The time came for Dominic Cruz when he lost to Cejudo. The time came for Cody Garbrandt when he lost to Cody Garbrandt when he lost to Rob Font that beat him? Something like that. I don't know. The point is, the great times never last, unfortunately. You know, the time came for Conor McGregor when he lost to Dustin Poirier. Great times never last, unfortunately, and it's just kind of just a hard part of the sport, and I do think that I would pick Ilia in the rematch. But here's what I actually want the UFC to do, and if they did this, I'd actually be a very, very happy young man. Like, so that was weird. I really want to see Ilia Topuria just fight Movsar Evloev in about 4 months, and then in about 7 months or 8 months, that's probably a little bit too fast of a turnaround. He didn't take much of a damage against Volkanovski, is my point. What I want to see Ilia Topuria do in about 4 or 5 months, fight Movsar Evloev, and then at the end of the year, he can take on another contender. That could be Yair Rodriguez, that could be Volkanovski, or that could even be like Max Holloway or something like that. But I feel like Holloway, I don't know, I feel like just weird timing, man. I feel like there's a lot of kind of weird things going on with the UFC right now. I mean, Islam Makhachev was apparently offered to fight against Leon Edwards, but Justin Gaethje took the fight against Holloway because Makhachev is injured. Oliveira took the fight against Arman because Makhachev was apparently injured. I'm going to make a video about that. There's going to be a video coming out in about 12 hours of me discussing that, actually. That's actually interesting now that I kind of verbalize it. But I'll kind of just leave the video there. I think Topuria beats Volkanovski in a rematch. Do you agree? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.